Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can read in the title, this is part 2 to the why we should support black owned business video that my sister and I shot a couple of months ago. I just want to come on here and apologize in advance for the lateness of this video being posted. But as you guys know, life happens and there's been a lot of changes in my life that required more of my attention. But hopefully you guys will learn about those changes and updates that I do plan on shooting more videos about that hopefully sometime soon. But before we get started, if you have not already checked out the first part to this series, please make sure to go check that out. I will make sure to put a link in the top right hand corner that will direct you straight to that video. But other than that, make sure to comment this video, like it, share it on your social media, and above all, just subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get on with the video.
The worker, she worth it. Go girl, go girl, go girl, ambition. Go girl, go girl, go girl, go girl, go girl.
So yeah, with all that, one last thing before we close out this video. So my sister here came across a book in our parents' house that my dad had for like years. And the thing is, I always see this book, but I never bothered to pick it up and read it. But she read it one day and she told me all about it. Like, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can even look this up on the internet. It's called the Willie Lynch letter. It's pretty much like the speech that Willie Lynch himself gave back in, like, I believe the year was what, 1912, 19? It was in the 1900s. That's all I can remember. But that's just the gist I know of it. I actually want to read it myself. I don't want to read the book. You can find it on the internet. It's there, but to me, I don't think, like, the internet is reliable, but sometimes you can't always trust everything you see on the internet. So for me, I want to grab a hold of the book and read it for myself. But Kayla here can give you more info, and she actually came across something in the book that was very eye-opening, and is one of the main reasons why I want to sit here and make this video in the first place.
So with that being said, exactly, that was the main purpose of this video in supporting black businesses, because we invest so much of our money into the white community that it's ridiculous. Like, I'm not white bashing.
Like, we're not trying to play the race card or anything.
But I'm just saying, you have to give back to your own people. How are we ever expecting ourselves to thrive as a race if we can't even support each other? Put black dollars back into the black community so that as one we can rise collectively. When the Willie Lynch letter was made, in the opening paragraph, he himself said, I have a plan that will keep these black people enslaved mentally and physically for 300 plus years. And it still reigns true to this day. If you are black and have not read this book, shame on you, and you need to go to your nearest library and pick it up now. Because you will read this book and be amazed, like, wow, all this stuff that is said in this book applies to our everyday lives and makes you think we are still slaves to a certain extent. With that being said, in the book, he talks about, basically, he's thanking us for not supporting one another and putting all of our money into their economy, still essentially making them superior than everybody else. He said, thank you for continuing to bring 95% of what you earn to our businesses. Thanks for buying our Hilfigers, our Qurans, Nikes, and all other brands you adore. You're super rich athletes, entertainers, intellectuals, and business persons, both legal and illegal, exchange most of their money for our cars, jewelries, home, and clothing. Okay. I'm just keep going. The less fortunate among you spend all they have at our neighborhood store. So first of all, they're already downgrading us because the less fortunate among us, like, they are already essentially saying that compared to them, we are poor, less superior, we're broke. That's what they just said. That's how I interpreted that. If you interpret that any other way, let me know in the comments. We can have a discussion about this. No arguments. I just love intellectual conversations, you know. He said, the less fortunate among you spend all they have at our neighborhood stores, enabling us to open even more stores. Sure, they complain about us, but never do anything to hurt us economically.
Mm-hmm.
That just makes you think, like, they know they have a hold on us. They know they can do whatever, whenever, and we will never have an impact on their lives.
Because, like, for example, this isn't about like a white business example, but it still applies to what it was said. So if you think about it, recently, maybe like around last year, I learned from my dad that back in the day, in your local neighborhood, most of the corner stores that are in your local neighborhood, 9 times out of 10 used to be owned by a black person. Black people used to own corner stores. The corner stores we as kids and even to this day still go to for your pop, your chips, your junk food. Shoot, for some of y'all, some shells and cigarettes.
Okay.
Like, black people used to own them. They used to be like, if you ever seen the movie The Hate You Give, if you haven't seen that movie, you need to watch it. And not only that, you need to read the book. But in that movie and the book, the main character, her name is Star. Her father owned a local grocery store / corner store in her neighborhood. Ooh. So that just proves right there, like, black people used to own stuff. Like, we used to own corner stores. But now fast forward to modern day. Who do we see on these local corner stores now? I can tell you they're not black.
Right.
They're, and if I mispronounce this, please don't attack me in the comments, because I'm trying to be politically correct. But now they're owned by Arabs. Yeah. So it's like, now we putting our money into their economy. And like she said, we complain about it. And they can do whatever they want. Because, like, if you go in the store, like, for instance, there's a local corner store down the street from my parents' house. In order for you to use a credit card, you have to have a $10 minimum on the card. Otherwise, it's a 75% charge.
75 cents.
Oh, shoot. You know what I meant. Yeah, 75-cent charge. Whereas, like, if you go anywhere else, it's like at least $5 to put on a credit card. Like, they can do whatever they want. And then, wasn't it you I heard from that said that you saw on social media or something that, like, they not supposed to really tax you?
I don't know if this is true, but I seen on Twitter, that's like all my source of all any type of news, that, you know, when you go to swipe your card and they'll be like, well, since you're using a card and not cash, there's a $1 charge to use your card. I read that technically that's illegal, and that when they get these card machines, they sign a contract with Visa and Master saying that they will pay these fees. When you use a card, they get charged a fee. So I believe when they charge you that fee, that is their way of covering their butt, so they don't have to come out of pocket for it. And it seems to ring true, because now that I am an entrepreneur, I've just invested in those little square adapters from Square Up where people can swipe their card if they don't have cash. And every time I get a card swipe, I get charged like 2.75%.
Which is like $2.75 to their standards.
Right. So it's like, I'm assuming it kind of operates the same in stores, but that when you use a card, it's kind of an inconvenience. So they charge you a fee, but it inconveniences the store too. So they just implement that fee on you, which I read upon was illegal. And that if you were to bring it up, they technically don't have the right to charge you that fee. Now, I don't know if this is all facts. I didn't look into any deeper research. Quote me if I'm wrong. Can you let us know in the comments, like, the factuals.
But, again, that's why I'm saying, like, as she read, like, they can do whatever. So as much as we complain and cry about it, they're going to do whatever they want.
Right.
And we just still continue to support their economy.
And my thing is, don't get me wrong, support any business you like, and just because a business is ran by someone other than an African American does not mean they are any less than that you should not support. But what I am saying is that the income that they receive off of our dollars it's not implemented into our community. They take us as a joke. That is their whole goal, is to take from our community just to add to theirs. So trust me, if it was an all around support type of thing throughout all races, then go ahead and support any business you want. But they're selfishly thinking of just their race. So it's time for us to selfishly just think about ours and take back what is ours. They like to take away everything that is ours and claim it as theirs. I'm tired of it. So with that being said, I also, something my father pointed out to us years ago is that, have you noticed that in almost every predominantly black neighborhood, there is a corner store, or better yet, there's a liquor store. But you won't go to any suburbs, any predominantly white neighborhood, or any other race and see not one liquor store. Not one.
Man, if we had some tea right now, I would sip it.
So what does that tell you on my Kermit the Frog shit? So, with that being said, and this is the ending to this, it says, allow us, pretending to white people, to thank you for not bogging yourself down with the business of doing business with your own people. So that's their ultimate goal. They don't want us to put black dollars back into our community. We can take care of that for you. You just keep doing business with us. It's safer that way. Besides, everything you need, we make anyway. You just continue to dance, sing, distrust, and hate one another. First of all,
Don't that,
I'm not no dancing monkey.
Nope.
Dance and sing, they take us as a joke. They purposely put us against each other to hate each other so that we can continue to tear each other down and just be less than as a whole, as a race. And it pains me to see that by now we don't recognize this, especially all that's going on within politics and the president we have.
And not even that, even before then, like, take a look back, because I know that almost 100% of the people that's going to view this have seen this somewhere on social media or somewhere on the internet, where every time the newest Jordans or Nikes come out, almost every black person has to go and pre-order the shoes or line up to buy the shoes as soon as they come out on release day. But yet, look at where we living at. The type of neighborhoods we live in, the type of areas we live in, the type of homes and houses and apartments we live in. But then you look at the white people and you see, like, they look wealthy, they look affluent. But yet, while we up here trying to wear Nikes and J's and trying to outbest one another about how we look and stuff like that, white people are wearing Skechers, K-Swiss, pretty much the lower name brands. Like, granted, you'll see the bougie white people who are like wearing Coach, Prada, Gucci, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, all that stuff. But for the most part, it's always black people. A lot of white people, for the most part, don't wear all that. And you see them in like the suburbs with nice houses, nice cars. So it's like a complete contrast. And it's sad because, like, this right here is a legit document. Like, what she read is not fake. Hence why they put it in a book and it's on the internet. Like, these words that were spewed out literally came from Willie Lynch himself back in the day. This is not made up. It's not fake. So just to hear that and, like, compare it to, like, how we're living in today's world, it's crazy because, like she said, like, in a sense, we're still slaves in modern day society. But we're not wearing shackles. We don't have to wear shackles and chains. We don't have to be on plantations picking cotton, singing songs.
But I believe we are wearing shackles mentally.
And that's the thing. We're not wearing them physically, but mentally and spiritually, they got us.
And physically, because all our people in a jailhouse.
See, that's
another topic, another video for another day. But the last part of this I would like to read that kind of ties all this together, and I won't read the whole thing. It just says, tell you what, you don't need your own hotels. You can continue to stay at ours. You have no need for supermarkets when you can shop at ours 24/7. Why would you even think about owning more banks? You have plenty now. And don't waste your energies trying to break into manufacturing. You work hard enough in our fields. Like, just all this stuff, and it's just like, they know what they're doing. And we're brainwashed, and we're believing this junk and falling for it. And complain about it, but refuse to do anything about it.
And that's actually a sad reality, too.
It is, and it's a never-ending recycle.
What?
I say never-ending recycle.
We all know you meant cycle. It's okay.
I'm dead.
Yeah. So with that being said, like, just if anything from this video, like, come on, guys. We have to support our own. Like, we just spewed out facts and evidence, and even gave real life examples that I know that we see every day. So it's like, we gotta give back to our own community. Like, we gotta help one another rise up if we want to be or get anywhere in life. Like, I mean, for the most part, we can't do it alone, or we can do it ourselves. But it even feels and even tastes better when you do it with other people.
Right.
So it's like, we have to give back, guys. Not only give back, but we got to also support. Like, it's just so many things that we have to do. But in order to do these things, we got to work together.
So let's give you this. Okay, I watched a documentary. I wouldn't say a documentary. I just watched a TV show on Netflix by Killer Mike. I can't remember what it's called. But I think for a week or 48 hours, I can't remember the duration of time, but he had pledged to live black for that period of time. So he will only eat at black-owned restaurants. He was only eating like food from the shelves, like that was in cans and boxes that were made by black manufacturers, getting gas from people from just that, just black haircuts. And he was digging deep and deep and deep into it. And what we're gonna do, I don't know when we will post this, but we are going to vlog that, me and my sister. We're gonna go pro-black. We're gonna live black for 24 hours. Literally. Like 24 hours.
It's gonna give us some time to do it, though. We'll announce when we do it, because we gotta do some research and stuff in our city so we can find the different stuff. But I like that idea. So yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. And we'll keep you posted. But
last but not least, follow this Instagram page called webuyblack. They literally have a website for everything and anything that was manufactured and created by black people. So let's start now by putting black daughters back into our black community. And with that being said, you have it. I'm Kayla, Sarika's 9-year-old little sister, aspiring makeup artist and wig technician. Again, follow me on Instagram at K. That is KAY.VMUA. And I won't close out because this is in my video. So,
so anyways, again, if you got this far, thank you so much. What we're gonna do is everything that we listed, from the Willie Lynch letters to the Netflix, like anything that we think that you guys need in order to like do your own research or just to read, we will put, I will put it in the description box down below. Of course, if you haven't noticed, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but as you see, for Tea's Thoughts, we didn't have any tea today. It's actually pretty late, and we just came back from dinner, and my sister doesn't have any tea.
She could have brought her own tea.
I wasn't like, I don't know. We just didn't have any tea this time. But trust me, other times we would have tea. But yeah, other than that though, please like this video. Comment, like, please, I want to like talk to you guys. Like, let's have a good discussion. So put all your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Definitely share this video. Like, I'm so dead serious. Like, I know I always say like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, but for real, let's help one another out. And please, like, share this video. Like, I feel like everybody needs to hear this video. Like, not hear, watch this video. So please share this video, and of course subscribe. Like, I plan on having future videos. We actually have another project that's about, like, another video that we about to shoot pretty soon. So yeah, in order for you to see it, you have to subscribe, and you definitely gotta click the bell notification right next to it so that way you can keep up with future videos. Also, I will put all my sister's stuff. It's gonna be throughout the video, but just in case y'all missed it, it's definitely gonna be in the description box as well. And with that, that's it. That's all I have today. So it's Tarika Monique, and I'm out.